The NFL playoffs are on EA Sports, and we've got a packed house here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. Tonight, it's the second game here on this Wild Card Saturday, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. It's the second of our two games here on this Saturday as Super Wild Card Weekend continues here on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go now.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
A good position to be in here, second and inches. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Traffic. 19, Tiger, let's go.
To throw is Daniels. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Washington going to send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 7. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be Falcon football. Looking to put a drive together. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. All the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third. Third and 19.
Here we go, sack. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18, Pioneer.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right to the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On third down, Calhoun. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. It's a pickup of 6. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Jalen Walker. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
19 sight, 19, go.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 15. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. 7, 8, back position. Panther 11. Panther 11.
They're going to look to throw. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And a good burst there, gets him 7 up to midfield.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And here he's got Graham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 33 yards that time.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On the counter, this is Robinson. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
60 Eagles.
Daniels looking to throw. And that is incomplete. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Well, Washington going to send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded inside the 5. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. Robinson with another carry. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
3rd and 2. Robinson will try to pick it up. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack. Going to stop him short of the 1st. He needed 2. He got 1. And that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is indeed good. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Let's go now.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic?
To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 89 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Right back to him on 1st down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll run with Robinson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Check. Big Lion.
Robinson. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think the key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work to run it a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Again, it's Robinson. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Robinson up the middle. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson, 25 yards to the house. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point.
They'll let Robinson try and run. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. In motion goes the tight end. Here's Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 27-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Let's go now.
They'll run on 1st down. Calhoun. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
19-18. Ready?
Throwing now is Daniels. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Zach Harrison, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warriors 70.
To the air goes Daniels. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down.
Ready? Go!
They'll run again here with Robinson. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Come on.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4.
Ready? 60 Eagles. Dragon 60.
Now Daniels. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
To the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
On the give, here's Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 219 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round. From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Hand off now to Robinson. And he'll take this down to the 33. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
at the 13-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They run. Robinson. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Cougar 19. Block left. Go.
3rd and goal from just outside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Commanders 3.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to wind up and air it out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A huge play there for Washington. 47 yards. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Off the play fake, Daniels. That one caught by the tight end Bates. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw again. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Here we go. Start.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Commanders are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
And now the Washington offense going to stay out there and go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks?
Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Now Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The Falcons are moving on. Congratulations to them. Thanks for watching, and so long, everybody. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.